Also breaking tonight, we are getting a new look at the Christmas Day bombing in downtown Nashville. I want to show you the view of the explosion from the roof of Acme Feed and Seed. You can see the moment this explosion happened. There it goes. Just moments later, you see that massive fireball rising into the air. Truly miraculously here, just 3 people were injured in this explosion. The area around the blast site is still closed off tonight as crews comb the area for more information.
And for the latest on that bombing, a pushback by an attorney who's been criticized by police for not giving them permission to search the bomber's RV. This was more than a year ago, before the explosion. Let's go to our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley. Jeremy, this attorney claims that police aren't actually depicting what happened that day. What have you learned?
Well, that's right, Lauren. So attorney Jim Roberts has now been retained by his fellow attorney, Ray Throckmorton III, as well as the bomber's ex-girlfriend. Now, the reason the two have hired Roberts is to try and counter the police narrative of what happened that day when investigators were first told about Anthony Warner. Nearly a year and a half before Anthony Warner killed himself while setting off a bomb in an RV on 2nd Avenue, attorney Ray Throckmorton was calling 911, fearing his female client was threatening her own life, and to tell them about his client's ex-boyfriend, Anthony Warner.
Who is, I think, also got some mental and emotional problems, who is allegedly building bombs in his house.
In the police report, Throckmorton told police Warner was capable of making a bomb. Warner had been his prior client as well. But police say when they later tried to look at the RV, they claimed Throckmorton said Warner didn't like police, and Throckmorton wouldn't be able to let police on the property. Take a listen.
Had an attorney that wouldn't have given permission as well.
Now, Throckmorton has hired his own attorney, Jim Roberts. He's been criticized for not allowing them to come onto the property. What does he say about that?
Well, unfortunately, that seems to be Metro's strategy, or the Metro Police strategy, is to try to turn this and blame this on Mr. Throckmorton.
Roberts says Throckmorton urged police to investigate Warner and his property, but since Warner was no longer his client, couldn't give them authorization.
Why would he tell them to do all those things and then turn around and say, oh, but you can't go there? That's just crazy.
Roberts says both Throckmorton and Warner's ex-girlfriend also called investigators after the bombing, fearing they knew who was responsible.
She expressed fear of Mr. Warner, not only against her, but against the community at large.
All right, Roberts has also been retained to try and collect the reward money for Throckmorton and for the bomber's ex-girlfriend. Again, Roberts saying that the two of them were the first to blow the whistle about Warner and also called investigators the day after the bombing. Tracy?